And welcome back. Oh, crap. That's how the theme song goes. I forgot how the show starts. Welcome back to the Constitutionals podcast. I'm your host, Chad White. This is the comedy. Nope. If you didn't know, this is the comedy podcast for the premier website, cpluscomedy.com. It's a website. Go there. Oh, my gosh. Boy, I really just fudged up that entire intro. Whatever. Anyway, this is a very rare recording. This is a very rare episode where I am recording the day of, and I'm very late, very, very, very late of posting. I like to post things at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I don't have to worry about it. But here it is at 1:04 p.m., and literally in 30 minutes after I upload this is going to be up. So there you go. I hope it's as good as you wish, and I hope it's as tasty and delish. And we're going to rhyme all the lines in this episode one day at a time. There we go. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to be writing daily reviews for one day at a time. I have gotten one out. I was supposed to be ahead, but just I work so much that I am way behind on what I'm supposed to do. So now I review 2 episodes at a time. I'm supposed to review 2 episodes at a time, and I guess I am today I'm supposed to be doing 2. I don't know. We'll see. I've already watched the 2 I need, and I have the notes done down I need. But this is I'm going to timestamp myself here. This is 2 days after the Super Bowl for the Eagles and the Pats. Super Bowl 52. Eagles won, of course. Obviously, I don't want to tie up too much of your time talking about it because, of course, you already know because you already watched it yourself. You dumb idiot. But now let's talk about those trailers. There's a lot of trailers that came out. They had a Skyscraper. I thought it was Rampage when it was coming on. I turned to the person I was with. I said, "Oh, that's Rampage. It's got to be Rampage." And I'd say it like that. I wasn't not so much gusto. And then it said Skyscraper. And it was only 30 seconds. So I said, "What in the world is that?" Watched a trailer yesterday. It's a movie about what's that escape from, what is that movie with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, not the Expendables, because I love the Expendables. Escape Plan, that's what it was. Okay, so it's like Escape Plan, but instead of a jail, it's in a skyscraper. They say the exposition in the movie, in the theater, in the trailer, and they say, you basically built a city in a skyscraper, and so I guess what the Wikipedia page is telling me is nothing, and what the trailer told me was that somebody hired Dwayne Johnson. He's a former FBI hostage rescue team leader. I'm reading this from Wikipedia. And now he assesses security for skyscrapers after having a leg amputated. Oh, that's a thing I didn't know happened. I didn't even see that in the trailer. I didn't even see that. They didn't show his leg in the trailer, I don't think. I wasn't paying much attention. I was just wondering how Dwayne Johnson shot this movie. Apparently, principal photography started on August 14th, 2014. This movie's coming out in July. I have no problem with a quick turnaround time on a movie, and also this movie looks like it was shot entirely on a green screen, but I don't understand how he shot this movie, Rampage, Fighting With My Family, Baywatch, Jumanji, Fate of the Furious, all within the same year. That's insane. He's one of the hardest working people in show business right now, and it stands to reason that's why he gets paid so much. But that's really cool. How did this movie, I don't even understand. This is coming from the same director. I feel like I got off on a tangent about Dwayne Johnson. I was trying to finish a sentence. Oh, so yeah, they build a city in a skyscraper, and it's just a really tall skyscraper. And he lives on floor 96 with his hot wife, who's Neve Campbell, of course. And I think they have 2 children because they have mixed children. I thought, oh, nice, mixed children in a movie. That's going to be great. And then there's some other people in it who I really don't care about. But that's amazing how he shot this movie. Anyway, this is from the same director, Rawson Marshall Thurber, who directed Dodgeball, We're the Millers, and Central Intelligence. And apparently, We're the Millers 2 is on the horizon. So look out for that. TBA, it just says he's a director. Apparently, he appears in the movies he's in. He did Easy A as well. Oh my God. I love it. He is a good director. He's a really good director. I love most of his movies. Dodgeball, Easy A, We're the Millers. And Central Intelligence, I don't know why, but it catches me off guard. It caught me off guard. It's all right. It's nothing special, but it's cool. I enjoyed it. We're the Millers is very strange too. I didn't like it at first, and then I saw it like 7 more times, and I thought, oh, this is a funny movie. because you watch it more times than any other person. And then he has Rampage. Dwayne Johnson has Rampage coming out. Malin Ackerman's in it. Naomi Harris is in it, as I assume his wife or girlfriend. It's a woman he teams up with, another doctor he teams up with. And Dwayne Johnson is a primatologist. I assume Rampage is going to be Jurassic World, but instead of Chris Pratt, we have Dwayne Johnson, because they both study the animals. I wonder if it's going to be just like, I know I've already seen the trailer. I wonder if it's going to be, no, because the animals were actually people in Rampage the video game. Rampage the video game essentially is when you're playing the video game and you beat the monsters, they shrink back down to people. They're actual people, and they run away. They're naked on screen, and that's the extent I know of Rampage. It's from the same guy who did San Andreas, which is also a Dwayne Johnson movie, and Journey to Mysterious Island. How old are these people? Because this guy's only had like 5 movies. Oh, he's 39. Oh, good for him. Wow, he's been working. I mean, they're not the best, you know. They got Cats and Dogs, Revenge of Kitty Galore. It's Journey to the Mysterious Island, and then San Andreas. But San Andreas is oh wow, Journey 2 made a lot of money at the box office, $335.3 million. That's pretty good. What was his budget? Let's take a look. Does that really matter? I have no game plan for this episode except for one thing. I went to a concert last night. Journey 2 made $79 million. Oh, it was made for $79 million. It made $35.3 million. That's a strange way to say it. Yeah, I went to a concert last night. It was Lana Del Rey, and I had a good time. I had a really fun time. She was a great singer. The opener was Kali Uchis, who I did not know existed until I think last week. She put out a video for a song with Tyler, the Creator, in which he played a flower pot. I don't know what he was. His head was sticking out of the ground, and he had dirt poured on him or something, like, and water and stuff like that. But she's a good singer. She's Colombian American, and she's very gorgeous, good voice. And when she speaks Spanish, ooh, Lord Almighty. And then Lana came out, and she's saying, I realized once Lana came out that I only know 5 of her songs. She started singing, and I went, "Oh boy, what is this song?" And everybody went crazy, and I was just like, "Wow, I don't know any of these songs." But yeah, she did a really good job, and it was at Phillips Arena, which is the basketball stadium. The basketball stadium is what I said. It's the basketball arena where the Hawks play. Hawks are trash, so I have not been there. But counterpoint, I went there. This has nothing to do with the Hawks. I parked on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, which is near the state capitol. I parked so far back because that's like I think not even a mile. It's I don't know. I'd probably say half a mile. Yeah, I'd say half a mile. It's about half a mile out. And it's on this one-way street with like 4 lanes. I parked, and I just parked by parking meters because it's free if you don't park. If you don't, I don't want to pay for parking. That's essentially what I didn't do. It was $20. I kept driving around. It said $20. I kept driving around. I found one, but then it'd be too close to the stadium, and I didn't want to be caught in traffic. So I parked on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, notoriously the most dangerous street for any city. If you look, you go to Chattanooga, because I went to school there. It was bad. You go to New York, I assume it's bad. It's bad everywhere. So I said I assume. I know I don't know. It might be. It's really it's Black History Month now, and why is the street named after one of the most popular Black history leaders, most popular civil rights leaders? Why is it always bad in every city? I don't know. I need these answers. Why is it always that we Black people can move in and say, all right, we're gonna dirty this up? This is terrible. Like, white people wouldn't move into General E. Lee Street and Boulevard, General E. Lee Boulevard, and I don't know, and put the trailers on it. I don't know. I don't want to do stereotypes. I didn't feel good doing stereotypes. You see how uncomfortable I was with that. Anyway, so I parked there, and then I walked, and I knew where the stadium was. And also, it's right next to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is the newest football stadium for the entire league, but it's a new football stadium. And it's lit up at night, and it was gorgeous. It was red and black. You saw the big Mercedes-Benz logo. I saw the the Falcon outside, the big old metal Falcon. I did, not gonna lie, I did Snapchat it to a couple of people, and I thought, man, this is cool. But it was also, I'm never gonna go there. I get, because I don't like soccer, and that's where the soccer team plays, and the football team sucks, and also it's not football season anymore. I'll probably only go there for, if they had a big concert or anything. But I would not go back to Phillips for a concert because I got seats that were so high up I did not know they existed within the context of the basketball stadium. Phillips is a fine arena. I keep saying stadium. It's a fine place to be, but if you don't have good seats, which I assume would be the same thing for the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But if you don't have good seats, you don't have good seats. And I was past the nosebleeds. I was so high up that there was a wall behind me. That's how high up I was. And it did not feel good. I was stuck between two people who were larger than life and a pole as well. And I could barely see. I mean, they had TV screens, but the TV screens were only facing. So I was on the side. The TV screens were only facing the floor crowd, which I don't understand why. I know that they paid more for their tickets, and I was also told I could get a wristband from a friend who works who does these events. She was there. And she Snapchatted that she was working that. I Snapchatted her back, like during the concert. I Snapchatted her back. I said, "Hey, me too," but I thought she was going to be going. Turns out she's working it, and she said, "Oh man, I'm working it. I could have gotten your wristband." I said, "Oh my god, dang it! I could have been down on the floor enjoying the concert, but then I also would have been near people, and that just wouldn't have worked out." So I sat in my $40 seats. Yeah, $40. I sat in my $40 seats, and I bought these early, and I just watched, and I don't know, I had a good time. It was hot. It was very hot inside there. I wore a flannel shirt, a jacket, and a shirt under that flannel shirt. I had unbuttoned the flannel shirt, and I was still very hot. So I stood up most of the time. Because again, I was against the wall, and so when people stood up in front of you, you got to stand up. You can't sit. You can't sit for the entirety of that concert. It was the worst. Oh my god! But I had a good time, and I was alone, so I got in, got out. I didn't have to deal with people. And then she said, "All right, this is our last song." I said, "That's my cue to leave," and me and like 20 people just left. And I walked back. I walked the other 1.75 miles back to my car. I was afraid. The way I went before, there's a bridge that goes from that MLK basically turns into. MLK turns to this bridge, and then that bridge crosses over the train tunnels for just a regular train. There's a train that's running through the city. So not MARTA or anything, but just a train that runs through the city. And so there's a parking deck on my right hand side. And not even one. Yeah, I think it's like a 3 or 4 level parking deck. And then there's MARTA under Phillips, and then there's Phillips to your right, and then ahead of those parking decks. I'm not painting a good picture. And then directly to your, I say no, it's not east west. Your northwest is Mercedes-Benz, but you can't miss it because it's Mercedes-Benz and Phillips. Those are the two landmarks right there. So you cross over this long bridge that is very scary because if someone came up behind me and got in the car and just pushed me, I would just fall and die, and nobody would find my body until the next day. But I had and then I walk across that, and then I thought that's probably not the safest way for me to get back to my car. So, and I saw that the parking deck, the Google was taking me across that bridge. I saw on the parking deck that I could walk through the parking deck and just cross and illegally cross the other long bridge and just get back to my car. So that's what I did. And I mean, since it's only 11 o'clock at night, I just did it. And then, and I got back to my car safe and sound. Thank God. There were people out. There were a lot of people out on MLK Boulevard or Junior Street, just hanging out. One was screaming. She was singing one verse of a song, but she was only singing that verse of a song, and I don't know what song it was. And she would get to the last 6 words, and it would get louder and higher. And each time she would do that, and so I just kept my wits about me, but no one messed with me, and I'm a tough boy, hopefully, and we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, yeah, good time, and I have another concert to go to on Thursday in Athens. I'm supposed to, I'm supposed to drive there, go see the concert, and then drive back. And I have been tired for the past 2 weeks, so I don't know if I can do that. I might even just sell the ticket for. The tickets are now going for like $200, so I might even uh, make out with this with an extra 180. I spent 15 on the ticket, so I might make out. And I assume there's fees if I sell it on SeatGeek or StubHub, so I might make out with some extra cashish. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. I still have one day to decide. I might even decide day of. And actually, I might put it up for sale now. See if someone buys it. If someone buys it, then I'll just go. I just won't go to the concert. But I do really want to see Run the Jewels at Georgia Theater. I really want to see them because I love Run the Jewels, and also it's Killer Mike and LP, and they're great. It's a great group of guys, great couple of guys is what I meant to say. Also, during the Super Bowl, there was a drop. Netflix put out a trailer for the Cloverfield Paradox. Interestingly enough, no one's going to tell you this. The Netflix was rumored to buy that at Sundance a couple weeks ago because it could not find a buyer because I think it was Paramount. Let me look it up. The Cloverfield Paradox Sundance. Okay, because I know that nobody wanted to buy it. Let's see. Netflix circling Cloverfield sequel. This is from Deadline. It was, first of all, it was called The God Particle, and then they changed it, I think like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it's an exclusive from Deadline. It says, all right, so Netflix was quiet at Sundance. They really didn't buy a lot of, which they didn't buy anything pretty much. And neither did Amazon. Amazon and Netflix were very quiet this year. And I think it's because they're making their own movies, but we will see what happens within the coming year because they are known for just acquiring things. Both of them are known for just acquiring things and just putting them out. So, and that's how Netflix does its business. Yeah, they acquire and they put it out. It's not like they're making things. Sometimes the things are already made. Like a lot of the shows are already made, are 4 or 5 seasons in, and then they just put them out, and then people think, Netflix is just wonderful. No, I guarantee that would have come out on Amazon or Hulu or literally anywhere else if someone else acquired it. Anyway, no confirmation yet, but this is from Mike Fleming Jr. on Deadline. It says, so this is January 23rd, 2018. This is when the movie was still called God Particle. And let's see, it's produced by J.J. Abrams. Okay, so Paramount was said to have the movie for April 20th. This is supposed to come out this year no matter what. But then Netflix stepped in and said, we'll take care of it. And we all know how it happened. How it ended up. If you haven't seen, the reviews for this movie are not pleasant at all, and it is not. I don't like aggregates, but when I saw that I got an email last night that said that the Rotten Tomatoes score of this movie was 15%. I went, oh boy, thank God Paramount didn't put that out because that would have damaged their reputation. See, it was great when, what is it, 10 Cloverfield Lane? Is that what the movie was? Well, before it came out, no one knew that it was going to be a sequel to Cloverfield. It was called something else. It was what was it called? It was called something else. It had a different code name, and no one knew that the movie when it was going to come out that it was going to be tying into Cloverfield. But then it just happened to, and then we watched the movie. It actually is a Cloverfield movie, which is fine. And I liked it a lot. I liked it more than the first one, and I'm not a fan of, but it's mostly because I'm not a fan of found footage movies that much anymore. But anyway, so Paramount had this second movie for April 20th, 420 blaze it. And that's going to be the worst day for movies, or the best day. The worst day to go to a movie if you're just a regular person, but the best day if you're a stoner. Speaking of stoners, there's again at the Lana Del Rey concert, more weed. I don't understand. Also, a lot of people drinking. It's Monday night, guys. Please, do you have work? Do you have a job? If you don't, then just wait till Saturday. Friday is Saturday. What? Monday night, people going to get beers and stuff. I'm just thinking, man, golly, I gotta wake up. I'm tired. I'm gonna be tired from waking up at 5:30 to go to the gym. Anyway, so Netflix bought it. It'll be the second recent deal between Paramount and Netflix after the latter acquired International on another genre film, the Natalie Portman star Annihilation. Oh, that's coming out this Friday, I believe. The latter acquired international. Oh, so that means when it comes out on Friday in America, Annihilation is going to be available for streaming in other countries. That's cool. So anyway, yeah, it was called Guard Protocol about 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago. I can count. That's crazy. And it comes out and it's not it's not good. I don't know, well, good is subjective, but it comes out and it's, I don't know. Who knows what happened. There's a lot of reviews are very negative. Very negative. Some are positive. Some say nice things sometimes, but who cares? Who cares? We're all gonna enjoy it at some point. I'll watch it. I have it in my queue. When I woke up on Monday morning, I like to look at my podcasts, and then for some reason I said, let me check on Netflix. Let me see if there's something on Netflix. I clicked on it, which I never do. Well, I don't know. I do it every Tuesday to see who has a comedy special, and then I never watch it. And I clicked on it and the app, and then I opened it and I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane. I said, holy crap, or what is it? With the Cloverfield Paradox? I said, holy crap, I'm going to watch that at some point this week. Very busy guy. So I didn't watch it then because it's 5:30 in the morning. I had to go to the gym. And then I get home, I see all these reviews for it. I'm getting all these emails. New York Times has an alert for it. They don't have an alert for it. I don't know why I lied like that. And then we have, and then the movie's not good. So there you go. Boy, what an episode of the Constitutionals. Just me rambling turned into something decent. I was behind. Crashing. Since the Super Bowl happened, HBO uploaded Crashing and Divorce new episodes for streaming on Friday night. I meant to watch it, but I had to make news time, and also I have to write news time today so I can shoot it on Wednesday, so that Thursday I don't have to, when I drive to Athens, I don't have to worry about it, because I usually shoot on Thursday or Friday, and nights, because I'm a loser boy, and I don't know. I just didn't get a chance to watch it because I'd work 1,000 hours at stupid part-time, not even making enough money to live. And then I come home and I'm tired, and then Saturday, my friend came in town. I hung out with her and her family. And then Sunday was the Super Bowl, and I just didn't get a chance to sit down and watch TV till the guys started Super Bowl. Anyway, I just watched the Olympic episode of Another Period, which is very timely, which I thought Ricky Lindholm and Natasha Leggero, they said on Jesse Thorne's Bullseye podcast that the Comedy Central held the show for a season to pair it up with Drunk History, and then they showed a Halloween episode last week called Seance, and I thought, oh, okay, well, this must be because they were held, and then this episode Olympics came on. I watched it and I thought, well, I mean, I guess it didn't get held back anymore. But anyway, yeah, and then I have one more episode of One Day at a Time to watch before I can put out the 2 more reviews, and then I have to watch. There's 13 episodes, I think. So now I have to make sure. I want to do 5 reviews because I'm not doing 6. I don't know. Anyway, all right. This might be the end of the podcast episode. Good luck, Dwayne Johnson. Good job, buddy. I don't even know what I'm calling this. I probably should have kept tabs on what I'm going to call this episode. All right. If you like this, why don't you head to the website? I don't know why you would. cpluscomedy.com, where we got the latest news, reviews, features, interviews, and other good comedy bits only I can provide you with. You can follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Go to the webpage, youtube.com/cpluscomedy, where you can watch the premiere TV show. This is the premiere podcast. You can't see me right now, and it's free. Well, obviously, everything I do is free. It's the premiere podcast. You can only listen to me. But if you want to see me, if you want to see my dumb face, you go to youtube.com/cpluscomedy. We have a premiere YouTube show called The News Time. Not The News Time. It's called News Time. It's weekly. I do 52 episodes a year, and I love it. It's great. As much as I bemoan writing it and and editing it, it's such a fun show to do, and I love it. And I can get really into character, and I can get into, because the guy on the screen, that's just a character. He says weird things. He's a character. He's smart. He's a character. Me, I'm dumb and I'm normal. I'm a dumb normal kid. I'm also 14 and a half. And so anyway, you can go watch that show. This week's episode is about, this is another topical episode. I've done, I think, 4 episodes in a row that are topical, that are things that happened the night before or the day of or the week of. This week's episode is about the Super Bowl halftime shows, their history, who performed there, and other things such as why it matters to the game and to society at large. It's the ratings and the people who sing in it. That's why. And but you should still watch it because I make it a lot more articulate in that episode. So there you go. All right. Thank you for listening. I very much appreciate it. Remember, do those things for social. Oh, follow us on Instagram too, @C+Comedy. Okay, bye.